I'm going to ask this particular question because I would love to bring him into the conversation. Can you share how SLG has helped you with Wally?
Yeah, so he was a beautiful ginger cat, was the brother of Daisy, and unexpectedly passed, and quite quickly. And so I didn't really, I'd taken them home or adopted them from the rescue centre about 5 months earlier. So I hadn't been with him for very long, either of them for very long. And so the grief was really awful initially. And but through the course, I was able to connect with him. And there was one really beautiful event that happened at the beginning of this year. And up until that, I was still in grief a lot. But this one event completely changed the way I felt about our relationship. And basically, I was having a day, I was meant to be working from home, and I was working from home, but this grief came over me, and it was huge. And I had to just sit for a moment and allow it to wash through me. And but it wasn't ending. It just kept going. And I thought, okay, one of our mantras in the SLG is find it, feel it, release it. And I thought, well, if I just squish it down, it's going to come back. So I just kept feeling it. But then I had a photo of his close by, and it was one where he was touching my foot, and it had taken that photo about 4 hours after I'd adopted them and they'd come home. And it was this really beautiful connected picture between himself and myself. And so I held that to my heart. And within about a minute, there was just this and I guess, again, I use the words, the washing through. There was just this washing through of this feeling of peace. And I just went, oh my God, Wally. And it was gone. The grief had gone. It had completely transmuted to one of love. And I just sat there in complete disbelief and belief at the same time. It was truly magical. I was really, really, well, I don't think I even have the words for it, really. It was a momentous occasion. So I am at peace with him passing now. I know he's with me. I don't always feel him, but I know that I can connect with him when I need to. And that is something that I'm doing more on a regular basis. So, but if there are times when I don't seem to be able to, for whatever reason, I know it's real. Like, I just know that happened. And yeah, it was amazing.
Thank you for sharing. I remember when this happened to you, it was such a beautiful experience that you shared with the community. And I also know it was a real foundation for you to believe and understand in your connection with them both. So and we've said before, you've got him in spirit and her with you present in the present physical sense, and you've got a teacher in both of them.
Yes, I do. Yes, yeah. I felt when he passed, and this was before I'd met you or knew anything about the course, I felt like it was meant to happen, because the universe had been supporting me that whole week. I'd taken the week off directly afterwards. I had people that were supporting me. All sorts of things fell into place, and I just went, that was meant to happen, and I don't know why, and I'm really sorry that happened, but it wasn't enough to take the grief away. But it turned out that was the case. It was something that needed to happen, and I believe it probably happened to open up the Pandora's box of grief for me. So
Grief with Wally led to other elements of your past that you've dealt with.
correct. Yeah. Yeah,
When
there
you
was a lot.
mentioned, sorry, darling, go on.
No, I was just saying there was a lot of grief in there. So he was the unlocking key. So, and at the end of the day, grief, no matter how it's created, whatever the issue or the event that's happened, it's still the same feeling. And yeah, so I'm grateful, but at the time it was pretty tricky. You know,
You're grateful, but also deeply saddened still that,
yeah,
he's not
yeah.
with you.
It's like I
Yeah,
still don't
yeah.
have him to cuddle, so yeah.
But it sounds like there's also a sense of gratitude and peace, like you said, with the fact that what happened, and you are grateful for what that brought for you.
Yes,